What's up to everybody on the replay? This is about to get so heated. I could feel it. If y'all say the right things, this is about to get so heated. I've got an appropriate shirt on, okay? Got some notes. Got some couple of things. I was planning to write down more, but I just didn't really. Nothing really came to me. But stuff will start brewing. I promise. How y'all doing? Welcome to the stream. This is gonna be a crazy stream. All right, I'm gonna try to cap the stream at 1 hour. Okay, I'm gonna do a bit of an intro part here. Okay, I'm gonna try to cap the stream at around 1 hour. All right, maybe a bit longer. We'll see. Try to go for around an hour. All right. So, doing that. And my current plan, okay, just so you guys know. So I streamed Stumble Guys yesterday, streaming this today. This is cool, right? My plan is tomorrow, on Wednesday, I'm going to post the video, basically the first episode of the Stumble Guys series. It'll have edited stuff, trimmed down from the stream yesterday. I'm still working on that, so I'm doing that. And then hopefully Thursday, what I'm planning to do is take this stream and cut it up into kind of a highlights thing. Yo, it's Orange. Thank you for the donut. Thank you so much, dude. That's what I'm planning to do. This is probably going to go for about an hour. The video, I'm going to aim for around 10 minutes. Might be a little longer, might be a little shorter. We'll see. But I'm going to try to do some sort of a kind of highlights thing, which will be good to watch. Even if you watch the stream, I think that'll be still good to watch, and especially, of course, if you haven't. Ooh, I need to change that. Especially if you haven't. This will actually probably just be on top. If you're not able to see the entire stream, obviously you can go back and watch the VOD. I'm sure the whole thing will have stuff that you won't want to miss, but that video will have, kind of the big stuff. Oh wait, no, that's not it. Oh, here it is. And then, okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm not looking at chat a ton. There are gonna be, I'm gonna tell you right now, there will be sections of the stream where I'm not gonna look at chat a ton. We got Mikey in here first, then Mike Mays, Tommy, 4K, Plug, Patriots Man, T, Plug, Bacon, Beast, how you doing? Rohan, Mike Mays, again, Mikey again, JJ, NBA, Gaming Charmander, Rohan, I think I already said you, I don't know, probably missing people. Appreciate everybody being here. Packy's here, how you doing? Projects, Viper, how y'all doing? Isaiah, how you doing? I hope I'm not missing anybody. DLC's here, Wesley, how you doing? So, this is going to be an episode of the rant. I'm going to be ranting during this thing. Is the music too loud? I feel like the music is too loud. It's too loud for me. I'm turning it down for me and for you. I'm turning it down. Is the music a good volume, or should it be a little lower? It should be. You should be able to hear it, but not like high. Like when I'm silent, you should be able to hear the music clearly, but it should not compete with my voice at all. At all. It's not even loud? Okay, it was loud for me. Okay. I think we're at a good spot here. Alright. Yeah. So, it's going to be an episode of The Rant. We're going to be ranting. We're going to be talking I think I'm just going to start talking about Rodgers and the situation there. That's where we're going to start. Might go into kind of like this year's draft a bit and talk about that kind of stuff. But that's going to be pretty much it. And then, like, throughout, I mean, say stuff in chat. I'll look at chat. If I see something I want to respond to or I want to talk about or anything like that, a statement, a question, something in chat, Playmaker, how you doing? I'm going to see it, I'm going to read it out, and we're going to talk about it. I might get mad at some of you if you say something mean, but we'll see. We will see, but that's how it's going to go. And then I'm going to cut it all up into a video. So, yeah, pretty good. Yeah. I'm pulling up some pages. What I've got up right now is Rodgers' page on Pro Football Reference, just so we can look at some stats if needed. And then I'm pulling up the draft from this year, all of the draft picks from this year. Is it going to freaking do a summary? I don't want that. I just want a list of them. I just want a list of the picks. Rodgers wants out of an organization that doesn't know the concept of drafting receivers. Incorrect. Look at the, okay, one, we just drafted a receiver. Two, look at the receivers we've drafted over the years. One, we've done it. Two, they've been really good. Who's the best receiver in the year in the league? Where is he? And how did he get into the league? He got drafted. So, like, what are you talking about? What are you actually talking about? Golly, there are a lot of uninformed things out there. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna pull up I'm gonna go to Instagram, because that's honestly gonna be the easiest, because I know that this stuff is there. And we're gonna get going here in a couple minutes. So yeah, ban jam for nothing, dude. I thought I was on YouTube, not the freaking Discord. What the heck is this, bro? What? Jam, if Rodgers does go to a different team, what team do you think he will go to? I don't know. I saw a thing where it was like there's 7 teams, and it was reasoned by, like, I think it was like not going in division and not going to their opponents or something like that. I think that type of reasoning might be decent. But I think that the teams you've heard are, probably teams that would be interesting. Obviously, the Niners. You've heard the Browns and what was the other one? The Denver, the Broncos. We'll see. Where do I want him to go? Saints. Maybe go to the Saints, because they're another one of my favorite teams, and I'd love to see them win. Or, just retire so that the Packers don't have to in any way play Rodgers, because that's not good. I don't want to play Rodgers. I don't want to go against. I've never felt the feeling of going against. That must be so helpless. You must feel so helpless when your team is playing against Aaron Rodgers. God, I feel bad. I feel bad for anybody who has to experience that. And I hope that I don't ever have to, but I might. Yeah. Okay. We're going to get into it here. Thank you to everybody who's here right now. I think it's going to be a fun stream. I want to know how many people are here. 19? 19 people? That's a pretty freaking good amount, I'd say. Or 23. I don't know. Where's the draft picks? There it is. I don't even need to pull it up. I'll just leave it like that. All right. Here we go. Where should I start? Why is this freaking spilling? Dude, what? Somebody give me a starting point. I'm going to have to turn off the volume for like 30 minutes. Okay, then rewatch the VOD or just watch the video that I'm going to do, editing it and showing like highlights and whatnot, Because I still, streaming an episode of this podcast is kind of weird, That is kind of weird. Is this the best series on YouTube? No, you've obviously never heard of MMG and Wheel of Mud. which is by far the best like football gaming series ever. I don't think there's anything that even competes. Is that just water? Yep, just water. Make sure you hydrate. I ought to be done with this entire thing. It's filled up to here. I ought to be done with this entire thing by the end of this. Where should I start? I think should I start? Okay, so I could try to just get a starting point. Aaron Rodgers traded to the Broncos. Thoughts? Should I just start with like? I think I'm gonna start with telling the story of how this all started on draft day. I think that's where I'm gonna start. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna start. And I'll do an intro later. I'm not gonna do an intro now. I'll do the intro and whatever for the video that I'm posting later. Yeah. So let me do this. What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Holy crap. Let's go. Oh my god. Are there any San Francisco Giants fans in the freaking stream, dude? Holy crap. They scored 10 runs in the first inning. One run single, 2 run single, 1 run double, grand slam, and a solo home run. Oh my god! Patriots, man. Shut up, dude. I know I was late. I was talking to somebody. I wasn't supposed to be late, and I would have been on time, but I had to talk to somebody, so I was a minute or two late. So just shut up. Shut up. Okay, where's the freaking ESPN notifications? Here they are. 96 more. Okay, so I'm gonna get some ESPN notifications to like scroll through as I tell the story, because it was sad. It was very freaking sad. 10 runs in the first. You're joking. I'm not joking. The team with the best record in baseball, the best team in the MLB, is the San Francisco Giants. They just scored 10 runs in the first inning. Boom. Pat Snippies. Somebody banned that Pat Snippies guy. I don't know who that is. Somebody banned that guy. They haven't watched you in like 14 months. It's me, Hudson. Has sound. I don't know. I feel like I remember the name. I'm not sure. That's a freaking. To think that I've been doing this for 14 months. What? I don't think it's been. How soon? Okay. I don't know. Beast Gaming is a legend, and he's in here before we start. I mean, we're 18 minutes in. Dead Beast raid. Beast, why are you dead? How did you die? Athletics are better. Who has a better record? Who just scored 10 runs in the first inning? Boy. But actually, let's wait a month. At the end of the month, we'll know how good the Giants really are at the end of this month, because in the first month they haven't really played. In the first month, they only played the Padres one time. One series, and they won the series 2-1, but they didn't have Tatis. This month they play the Dodgers and the Padres multiple times, multiple series. So we'll see how they do. If the Giants can go 500 against those two teams, they're amazing, you know. But I don't think that's happening. Okay. So let me get these screenshots. Let me get these screenshots, and then I'm gonna get into telling the story. Or maybe I don't get the screenshots. I don't know. No, I will. It's going to take me a minute, but I think it's going to be worth it, because it'll help with like telling the story and whatnot. Saved photos. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. This is one of my favorite notifications. Dig in, play or be a game show host. People, it's crazy how like NFL people are talking as if he has the Jeopardy job if he wants it. That's not the case. He does not have the Jeopardy job if he wants it. I'm fairly freaking certain that it's not like that. Fairly freaking certain that it's not like that. Egg roll, dude, how you doing? Welcome here, and everybody who's on the raid, I appreciate you being here. If you don't know, If you didn't know, you came in another way, whatever. I'm doing a live episode of my podcast, which is called The RANT, right there. This is the 3rd episode. You in chat are going to be able to get involved by just saying stuff, and we'll be talking. And hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully it will be good. Yeah. And right now I'm trying to get some screenshots. Just to kind of tell the story of how all of this went down, how all of it happened, how I experienced it, that kind of thing. So that's taking a second. So you gotta get the screenshots, you know. This one I love. Packers ignore receiver again. I got triggered seeing that. I was like, boy, shut up. Like, dude. Bro, stop, no. I was literally like that whenever I saw that notification. Demovsky. I'm a fan of Bob Demovsky. Alright. Doesn't plan to return. Blah, 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 blah. You know what's crazy? I find it kind of interesting, and maybe I'll talk about this a bit. I find it interesting that the love that Aaron Rodgers has for the city and the team, his teammates, LaFleur, and all of that is not enough to overcome these other issues that are going on. You know? Da-da-da. Okay, is there anything else? What else happened? Okay, this is taking a minute. I'm sorry if this is boring. That's my fault. I should have done this earlier, but I wanted to make sure I went live on time. So, yeah. Rappaport? What about Rappaport? Rappaport's a cool guy. He's okay. He's fine. I don't have any sort of issues with him. Some of the stuff he says is like, you know, it projects a certain narrative. You know? I want to talk about this. That's the thing that I want to talk about. What LaFleur said. Kind of. I like what LaFleur said in his interview. I watched that live. I liked what he said. Kind of just like the best thing that I think he said was saying, like, I'm not gonna share our conversations, which I think is good. Also, Spurs, what the heck is going on with the Spurs, bro? Keep in mind this is a double header today for the Giants. And it's 2 or 10 runs in the first inning. Okay, I got all of them. Perfect. My God. The Giants are going crazy, dude. 10-0. This is the Giants' first 10-running inning since they scored 10 in the bottom of the 4th on September 7th, 2008 versus the Pirates. Jeez. Smile. Say cheese. Okay. Boom. 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 Okay, perfect. Perfect. Alrighty. Okay, so chat. Should I put my... I'm going to put the notifications there. Do we think that'll work? I think this will work. If we go like this. Do I remember Tim Lincecum? Do I remember Tim Lincecum? Boy? Do I remember Tim Lincecum? Do I remember Tim Lincecum, bro? You asking me if I remember? This is my pitching motion. This is my freaking pitching motion, dude. This is my pitching motion. Do I remember Tim Lincecum? Boy, get out of here, man. Big time Timmy Jim is my hero. I just put stuff. I was gonna kiss it, but I just put stuff on my lips, so I'm not gonna kiss it. But love you, Timmy. All right. Anyway, back to NFL. Do I remember Tim Lincecum? Golly. That's so disrespectful. How about Ishikawa? Do I remember Ishikawa? Sorry. Yes, I remember Ishikawa. Stop asking me about different freaking stuff, okay? I'm trying to do a thing here. Wow, what a massive... Whoa, it actually changed colors. That's cool. That's interesting. That's like my phone, but that's the picture. That's the picture, but that's like the picture on my phone. Alright, here we go. Y'all ready? Fins! Made it just in time. How you doing, Fins? Alright, chat. We're starting this up. I'm going to start the recording so I can start clipping stuff. Hopefully things don't lag. Here we go with the third episode of the RANT. I mean, I've been live for 20 minutes. So, Ban Jam for that. I was the best pitcher in the league, bro. You should have seen my curve. You ain't hitting that in a million years. You see that thing, and you're like, ooh, piece of candy, and it's gone. You see that thing, and it's gone. Okay, you see it for like a split, gone. You ain't hitting that in a million years. Just saying. Okay, I'm just saying. You ain't hitting it. All right. Anyway, if you're in here right now, you haven't liked the stream, make sure you like the stream, and make sure you sub to the channel, and all that good stuff. Blah, 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 blah. Right? Here we go. We're going to get things started. And we're going to get things started with... I'm just going to hop straight into it. I need to do an intro. This is the RANT number 3, episode 3, live. We're going to get things started with how it all started for me, which was Thursday morning. It's draft day. I wake up, I'm like, all right, man, I got some work to do today, but it's draft day. You know, I kind of want to watch the draft, but I probably shouldn't because I got some work to do. Anyway, but I'm excited. You know, it's draft day. You know, we might get a receiver. We might get a cornerback. There's some guys that I think we should get. You know, Elijah Vera Tucker is a guy that, you know, I was kind of intrigued by. You know, I don't think we should stay at 29. I feel like we should trade somewhere, you know. But, you know, we got some needs. There's some players at those positions. You know, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking, I've never heard of Eric Stokes in my life, okay? I've never heard of Eric Stokes in my life, all right? I'm like, bro, if freaking Rashad Bateman falls to us at 29, or if we can trade into the early 20s to get Rashad Bateman, let's freaking go. Let's freaking do it. You know, I'm deep. Point is, okay, Thursday midday, I am deep into draft thoughts, right? And I put my phone down, and I'm in another room, and I hear my phone go off, right? I hear it, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, right? ESPN notification, you know, I'm doing something in the other room, all right? I'll check it in a minute, okay? I'm doing something in the other room. And then I hear another ding and another ding, and like, I just thought to myself, for a second, I was just like, what if Rodgers got traded? What if Rodgers actually got traded? I'm like, and then I was like, that'd be crazy, but like my phone would explode. Because, you know, like, I have a YouTube channel. There's people who know me. They would spam me on my Instagram. My phone would explode if Rodgers got traded, you know. It's not Rodgers. There's no way it's something about Rodgers, you know. There's no way it's probably some, you know, draft type, mock draft or whatever thing. No way it's Rodgers or anything, right? So I keep doing what I'm doing. A minute later, I'm like, okay, let's go check this notification, right? That's right. All right, let's go check this notification and let's see what it's about. And I just froze. I saw this. Aaron Rodgers tells some within Packers organization that he does not want to return to team in 2021. Adam Schefter. And I just froze. I froze and I looked at it. And I thought, legitimately, for a solid 3 seconds, I was like, is it April 1st? I thought, is it April 1st right now? What's going on? Is this a big April Fool's joke? That thought legitimately came into my mind. And I was just there, kind of frozen, you know, just sitting, and I was like, this can't be real. I was in denial. I saw this and I was legitimately in denial. It was it was sad, and it was abrupt. It was sudden. It was like I knew there was some animosity between Rodgers and the organization, the front office and whatnot, but I didn't know it was like this. It caught me off guard. The rest of the day it was pretty bad. So then throughout the day we get all these reports. One of the ones we got was this NFL draft buzz. Opposing GM expects Packers to dig in and make Aaron Rodgers play or be a game show host. First of all, this assumes that Rodgers has the Jeopardy job if he wants it. That's not the case. There's other people. Okay, would I love him to host? Yeah, I'd freaking love to see that. And I think he'd be great at it. And I've seen people in the Jeopardy community say that he was good. So that'd be great. But this is just kind of weird, and it's just adding to it. And I was so surprised. Let's keep going through these notifications, stuff that we saw throughout the day and throughout the draft and since then. Packers, Rodgers staying put. Brian Gutekunst, the GM, he said after the first round on Thursday, we're not going to trade Aaron. This after reports were out that there was a trade entertained that morning from the 49ers. That has since been clarified that it was a call from the head coach of the 49ers to the head coach of the Packers asking about the availability via trade of Rodgers, to which LaFleur said it's not happening. So there was no trade offer there. There has not been a trade offer, I don't believe, from anybody. The team that keeps coming up is the Broncos, and people, I think, said that there was a call there. I don't think there has been. Let's keep going through these. Packers ignore receiver again. Shut up, bro. First of all, we don't need a receiver. Okay, let me rant here for a second, okay? We do not need a receiver. Yes, we got Amari Rodgers from Clemson in the 3rd round. Little trade up to get him within the 3rd round. I love it. I love the pick. I love the player. I think he's going to help us out a lot, especially on special teams, which sucks, okay? And it has sucked for a while, okay? We got a new coordinator, right? But we do not need a receiver. This idea that we need a receiver, I feel like it's fabricated and sparked from the gap between Davante Adams, who is the best receiver in the league right now, and the next guy down, which is probably Marquez Valdez-Scantling, maybe Allen Lazard, depending on how much you value blocking or whatever. Call it MVS. I feel like it's because of the gap between those. You look at a team who doesn't have a guy like Davante, they're not saying that they need receiver as much because that gap isn't present and people don't think that. People are just have just fabricated this. We have Davante Adams, the best receiver in the league. We have MVS, who is one of the best deep threats in the league. We have Allen Lazard, who is a very solid receiver and the best blocking receiver in the league. We have Devin Funchess, who can be a very solid number 2 or number 3 receiver and has done it in the past. He did not play last season. He is coming back this season. He opted out. Okay? Then, of course, now we add Amari Rodgers. We didn't even need him. We got Robert Tonyan at tight end. Okay? We do not need a receiver. This idea that we need a receiver is bullcrap. And I'll add to it. Okay? We'll add to it. How do you think you should determine your needs for your team? Probably your weak spots and the things that make you lose, right? Maybe you have a weak spot at punter, but that never cost you a game. Probably don't need to worry about it, right? But let's say maybe, just maybe, your quarterback gets smothered by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers front 7 in 2 games. Maybe you should focus on the offensive line. Do you think another receiver would prevent the front 7 from pressuring the quarterback? No. It's about needs. You don't need a receiver to block Jason Pierre-Paul, okay? And you don't need a receiver to block Nick Bosa, whoever's on the Niners. Nick Bosa. Or Nick Bosa, right? You need an offensive lineman. What did we do this year? We drafted a heck ton of offensive linemen. We got 2nd round Josh Myers as center, lost Corey Lensley. We got a center. We got a guard/tackle. We got another guard/tackle. 3 offensive linemen in this draft. Amazing. What else did we do this year that kind of screwed us over? A guy named Kevin King gave up a touchdown to a very speedy receiver in the NFC Championship game right before the half, right? That sucks. So what did we do? In the first round, we drafted a really freaking fast and really freaking athletic cornerback. Not a receiver, because a receiver is not going to stop Scotty Miller from blazing into the end zone. And it's definitely not going to stop Mike Pettin from being dumb as a pile of bricks or rocks or whatever the heck Terry Bradshaw, that dummy, has said. Ugh! Sorry. Anyway, how do I close this up? We don't need a receiver, okay? Look at the way we have lost recently. We need defense and we need offensive line. A receiver would not have helped us win the games that we have lost recently. It is as simple as that. This idea that the Packers are in need of a receiver is completely fabricated, and you need to forget it. We didn't ignore a receiver. We drafted a need. That's what we did. We drafted a need. You lost because a fast guy beat you. Get a fast guy that can guard that other fast guy. Boom, they did it. By the way, this Packers draft, really freaking good. Really freaking good draft. Okay, I'm going to say it. Really freaking good draft. Moving on. That was a while. Moving on. Okay. Schefter shares latest on Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has told some teammates that he doesn't plan to return. This one involves the word plan. Not that he doesn't want to, but he doesn't plan to, which makes it stronger. Don't like that. And he's told teammates, people that he's close with. I don't like that either. He didn't tell Big Dog, I don't think, because he came out and said something about it, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. It just makes me more sad, okay? Next notey. Packers committed to Aaron Rodgers. President Mark Murphy says team is committed to Rodgers for more than just next season amid quarterback's reported desire to leave. Okay, this has been a thing for a while now. You know, basically kind of like the past month, I think. I think Mark Murphy and Brian Gutekunst both saying kind of not really cryptic, but being unclear with what they mean, saying that Rodgers is the quarterback for the foreseeable future. What the frick does that mean? They've since said, I don't know if it was Murphy or Gutekunst or both, they've said 2021 and beyond is basically where it's at right now. Does that mean 2021 and 2022, or does that mean until he's 42? Like, what are we talking here? Okay? What are we talking here? Moving on, I don't know how many there's are. Matt LaFleur, in his post-draft, after the whole thing, I'm pretty sure, interview, this is not... There it goes. He said he can't fathom Rodgers not in Green Bay. I liked what he said in that interview, which was basically that he's not going to share stuff from that conversation. I actually have some quotes here that I'll read off just to give some more context. In that, he said, I know the reports out there, this guy is our quarterback. Man, I want nothing more than for him to be in a Packer uniform. In my eyes, he's the greatest to ever do it. It's the truth. Stop valuing team achievements when you're judging a single player. Okay. He said, I don't only love the player, but I love the person. We all do. I think that's very true. And I'll talk about this in a second after this last quote. I can't even take my brain to that spot right now, when Rodgers not being in Green Bay. I just want to do everything in my power to ensure that that doesn't happen. One of the things that we've seen, and Rodgers has said to Mike Tirico, who talked with him off the record at the Kentucky Derby, which was that Aaron Rodgers loves the city of Green Bay. He loves the team, his teammates. He loves the fans. But there's obviously a massive issue with the front office and management and all that. And brings up the question, of seeing that maybe his love for the team and the community and the fans and all that cannot overcome these issues with the front office. Interesting thing there. That's the last picture. So I'll come back to this. Where else do I want to go? I think that's pretty much it. That's a good summary of what's happened so far, and I think that's good. That's a good spot to start on. I'm going to start looking at chat a bit more, but I want to go through some of the things I've written down. So I just said, in talking to Mike Tirico, Rodgers said, also saying, he loves the city, but he also said that he's disappointed that this news came out. This was kind of disputed, not directly, but kind of disputed by Rob Demovsky, who I just saw this a few minutes ago before I went live. He said that He said Rodgers gave the okay for this news to be broken, basically. I don't know. I'm sure that he does not know that. There's a chance of that, but I don't know if that's true, obviously, you know. Other things on here. Apparently, in this situation right now, 2021 offseason, Rodgers is looking for an extension because he wants to see the commitment. He's looking for an extension, not a restructure, and he was, I believe, offered an extension, but didn't sign it, didn't accept it, didn't take it. I'm sure that it was not what he's looking for. And to be clear, I am not in any way, I don't think, against Rodgers here. I think most of what it seems that he is feeling, because he has not said anything. We need to know. He has not said anything about this. These are reports about things that he has. This is like people reporting that he's said stuff to other people. Not even saying like he said this. He is saying like he has said this to people. Like, it's pretty disconnected, you know. He has not said anything, so we don't really know. Where's that going? I forgot where I was going. Packers probably won't extend him. They drafted Love for a reason. So, yeah. So, I mean, let's talk about the Love selection. So, let's get into these things. So, go there. So there's this idea, which I believe is true. I've heard it from multiple other people. I think AJ Hawk is a guy that said it, and AJ Hawk is obviously a guy who's in a position where he, you know, has a pretty good intuition of really any situation involving Rodgers. And it is that this whole situation for Rodgers and, you know, being uncomfortable has come from little things over the years that have built up. You know, we talk about some of those things. I'll go straight to the Kumro thing. That came out. People started talking about that a few days ago. Jake Kumro is I believe, undrafted free agent wide receiver. Ended up on the Packers. I don't know if that was directly out of college or if we got him from another team. I don't remember exactly. But he was on the Packers. And what has been presented through the media is Rodgers praised Jake Kumro, and then the next day, Jake Kumro was released / cut by the team. Understand that does not tell the whole truth. It makes it sound like it was the middle of the season, right? This was during training camp. These were cuts that needed to be made. You have a limit to how big your roster can be. They needed to cut some guys. This is a guy that they decided to cut. And, you know, management likely decided to cut Jake Kumro before Rodgers came out and publicly praised him. So, understand that. But that, of course, is another little thing. This is something where he could have been, you know, I feel like when you have a quarterback of this caliber, you should probably go to your quarterback and say, which of your receivers is the best? Who do you want to stay on the team? And he might have said, I think this Jake Kumro guy is a really good guy. I'd love to keep him here. And then, you know, maybe they listen to him, or maybe they don't. Maybe they say, we were actually planning on cutting him. We think he's not the guy. We think we have other better guys. And even just that little bit of communication there, I think, is enough. And what Rodgers is kind of looking for, instead of being blindsided by them cutting a guy he was a fan of. So, and it's not like being a fan and like they're friends or anything. Like, he was going to throw the ball to Jake Kumro. He had done it, and he was going to do it. And I knew he would do it. I knew he would do it before he was cut. I didn't like that he was cut. I didn't like it. But that's another one of those little things that has added up. Another one is the Jordan Love selection. So this was not something that anybody in management, GM or anybody, told Rodgers about, that they were planning on taking a quarterback, or who they were going to take, or when they were going to take him, or that they might trade up. Nothing like that was communicated to him. And he was, again, blindsided by what happened. And, you know, that's not really something that you want to see, is have your replacement be drafted for you, right? Without you even knowing. He said this, and he was aware of his situation and, like, you know, where he was in his career, and, you know, how well he had been playing, and that he hadn't played as well as, his previous years, in recent years, and that, that might be happening. But the fact that there wasn't even any communication, again, I feel like even if they still draft Jordan Love, they still trade up to draft him, but there is communication between management, the front office, and Rodgers saying, this is what we think we're going to do, this is our plans. Just telling him that is what ought to be done, what should be done. You look at this year for Tampa Bay, they told Tom Brady that they were going to draft a quarterback, and that's what they did. They drafted a quarterback, and they told their quarterback. Like, what's so complicated about that? I don't get it. But again, another little thing. And I think these little things have built up over the years. And it's to a point now where he doesn't feel like he's ever going to get what he's looking for in Green Bay. So he wants out. I'm going to start looking at chat now. I'll talk about those two things. The only other thing I want to mention, which gets into like the trading parts of things, of people talking about him, requesting a trade or being traded somewhere. Understand that the team on which Rodgers would have the best chance of winning a Super Bowl, the best chance of playing well, the best chance of winning games, and the best chance of winning a Super Bowl is the Green Bay Packers. There is not a team in the league where he would have a better chance than on the Green Bay Packers. Maybe you talk about the Chiefs, maybe you talk about the Bucks. They already have their quarterbacks. They're not going to be taking much. So really kind of eliminate those. There is not a better place in the league for Rodgers to have success, both personal and team, than in Green Bay. So understand that. I'm going to start looking at chat now, and Broncos! He would not have, and understand this, even if you think they're close, even if it's like, the Niners, they have a good defense and they have some talent on offense, they would be losing some of that talent and some of their future if they made a trade for Aaron Rodgers. If you trade for Aaron Rodgers, you'd get better by having Rodgers, but you'd get worse by losing all the stuff you have to give up to get him. I mean, this is not a cheap guy that you're going after. This is the greatest player to ever play the game in this country. I won't say that. This is the best player to ever play the game at any position, possibly in the prime, or like basically a second prime of his career, just won the MVP and likely has easily 5 or more seasons left. This is not a cheap guy to go after. This is not a solid player, coming to the end of their career and has a couple years left, And it's not a young guy who you don't really know what he's about, This is the best player to ever play the game, and he is the best player in the league right now. There is not a player in the league better than Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers sucks, Brady's better. We're not here to talk about that, but that is the worst take ever. If you are not able to reason that Aaron Rodgers is better at playing football than Tom Brady, then it's kind of hopeless. I can try to help you come to that conclusion, but if you are unable to do that, it's kind of hopeless talking about NFL with you, because it is simple fact. It is simple fact. It's not really up for debate. You could talk about the Mahomes versus Rodgers debate. I'm up for that. But when it comes, Tom Brady is not frankly, he is not anywhere near as talented or as good at playing football as Aaron Rodgers is. There are very, very few people ever that come close. Ever. Let's see. Stop challenging. 10 QBs better than Cousins. Stop talking about Kirk Cousins. No one freaking cares. But as we're talking about expanding the NFC North, understand this. If Rodgers does leave the Packers, I firmly believe, now I will say an exception to this, but I firmly believe that the Packers are still the best team in the NFC North. Lions, they are not close. The Vikings, honestly, not that close. I think they maybe had some injuries this past year. Maybe they didn't. I don't even know. But they are just not good. They don't have the defense. They got some talent on offense. Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback. They got Justin Jefferson, a very talented receiver, and they got Dalvin Cook, who is a very good running back. Yeah, they got some talent on offense. But it's really just those three players, and they obviously can't do enough, especially not against the Packers, who, mind you, have a good defense, which will not do anything but get better as we go on. Especially this next year. It might peak this next year. There's a chance. But I said at the beginning of the year, our biggest need is a new defensive coordinator. Get Mike Pettin out. We got one. Joe Barry. We got our, defensive coordinator. I think our defense is going to be a lot better because of that. And also because we just, you keep Kevin King, who obviously has made some bad plays, but he's still not the worst cornerback in the league. He still can cover a guy. He's better than no one. Better than 10 players on the field. That's my point. You drafted Eric Stokes, who obviously has potential. And you keep around a lot of really talented guys. Okay? Look at the Bears. They have a good defense. They have a crap offense. The exception is maybe Justin Fields. If Justin Fields starts and is good, then maybe the Bears are possibly better than the Packers. But again, good luck. Good luck doing much against that defense, which I assure you is going to be better than it was last year, this year. And good luck stopping the offense still, even with Jordan Love, who is not ready to play. He is not ready to play. Even with Jordan Love there, he's not going to be the worst quarterback in the league. I'm confident. He might be bad, but, he's still out there. You got Aaron Jones, one of the best running backs in the league, and you got A.J. Dillon, who has a lot of upside, and he's looking really good. You still have Devontae Adams there. You still got all the talent there, okay? Come on. There is not a team in the NFC North that is better than the Packers with or without Rodgers. It's as simple as that. And consider this, if they're without Rodgers, there's a chance that he holds out. But if he gets traded, Packers aren't just going to be the Packers without Rodgers. The Packers are going to be the Packers without Rodgers plus whatever they get in a trade, which might be a receiver, might be a cornerback, might be whoever. We'll see. Is Aaron Rodgers a top 10 quarterback? You're an idiot. This is the dumbest question I've heard. It won the MVP, bro. MVP. That felt weird. Whoa. That felt really weird. Let's get it. I need to make sure chat isn't behind because it definitely might be. No absolute way would Rodgers throw 60 TDs with Mahomes' weapons. You don't know. He might. You really don't know. I personally think I don't know if the change of weapons, which is basically just having Kelsey and Tyreek, I don't know if that would make that much of a difference. I don't know if it would make that much of a difference. 60 is stupid. Bro, Rodgers got lucky with what? Just give up on the Packers. Oh, is that what you do? You just give up on your team. You just give up on your team. Guess what? I'm not a fake fan. I don't give up on my team for any reason. They're my team. I'm not going to give up on them. That's so dumb. No offense. I'm not trying to be rude to you. But, that ain't it. You don't quit on your team. You don't give up on your team, dude. What the heck, bro? If Kyler didn't get injured, he would have won MVP. Oh, my God. Get his stats from his games before his injury. What did he even get injured by? Get his stats from before his injury, extrapolate them over 16 games, and tell me that they're better than Rodgers. Because I can assure you that they are not. I can assure you that they are not. Without a doubt in my mind, I can assure you that they are not. B12, chill. Everybody's going off a mention. Did Aaron Rodgers leave? He didn't leave. What are you saying? Did he leave? He hasn't gone anywhere. He hasn't left. He also really can't leave because he's under contract. What? Leave because he didn't like the coach, staff, or why did he leave? What are you talking about? Like, literally, what? He is still a Green Bay Packer. He is under contract with the Green Bay Packers. What? Why did he leave? Also, I will clarify. I am pretty confident through stuff he has said and just seeing the situation that he loves the fans, he loves the city, he loves playing football, and he loves his teammates, and he loves his coaches. He has spoken extremely highly, consistently, about Matt LaFleur and Nathaniel Hackett, the offensive coordinator. It's kind of baffling that having such great connections with a lot of his teammates, with Bakhtiari and his other linemen, with Devontae Adams, with Jonesy, and all of these guys, and Mason Crosby there too, having these connections with these guys, and with, really enjoying Nathaniel Hackett, and having a great relationship with Matt LaFleur, that, that's not enough to overcome issues with the front office. It's unfortunate, simply. Where he was top 5 on MVP voting, actually. Okay, I don't think that's actually possible because I'm pretty sure there were only 2 or 3 people that got votes. So that's not true. Rodgers on the Vikings greater than Rodgers on the Packers. How? 1. Packers have a better coach and offensive coordinator than the Vikings. 2. They have better weapons. Do the Vikings even have a tight end? They have H-backs for their tight end. They just have some guy that blocks. Okay? Do they have the best receiver in the league? No. Do they have one of the best deep threats in the league? No. MVS is a better deep threat than Justin Jefferson. He's not a better receiver. Justin Jefferson is better. But Tay is better than any receiver on the Vikings. That's not even a debate, bro. That's not even a debate. My God. How long have we been going? It has been about half an hour, so keep going. And hey, give me ideas to rant about. And if we want to get into the draft, we could talk about Jefferson top 2. Justin Jefferson is not the second best receiver in the league. He's not the best either. The best in the league right now, factually, objectively, is Devontae Adams. The second best is not Justin Jefferson, factually and objectively. This is not it legitimately isn't opinions. It's just fact. Have you ever cried jam about the Packers? I feel like there's some grammar errors there, but yes, I have shed some tears about the Packers, and I'm not gonna say it because Playmaker is here. Wait, Playmaker, are you a fan of the Patriots or the freaking Cardinals or the Texans? Pick a freaking team, dude. Get a logo for your own team, bro. The frick? You're a Patriots fan, right? You have freaking Kyler or Murray, whatever he's called. Okay, whatever. 2015 playoffs. Fitz. Shed some tears. I was freaking sad. Hey, at least I wasn't that guy on NFL memes IG who freaking punched the freaking stairs and put holes in the wall. Jackson, maybe that'd be good. Yo, can this my freaking chat's lagging, bro. I get a Mac. That look awful. Please explain to me what is going on with the Rodgers situation and why news comes out every day about Aaron Rodgers and other teams wanting him. I think I did. Rewatch the VOD. I'm pretty sure I just completely went through that. So rewatch the VOD, I would say. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna go through it again. Haven't you been here? What are you freaking saying? Kyler Murray sucks. His Hail Mary was nothing. Rodgers threw a better Hail Mary in that building than Kyler Murray did. Jam, rookie Randy Moss with 17 TDs and 1,300 receiving yard, or Devontae Adams this year. Devontae Adams this year, he had 17 or 18 touchdowns, similar amount of yards, maybe less, maybe more. Don't know how many receptions, but I do know this. Devontae Adams missed 2.5 games. So factor that in and extrapolate the stats. He would have had 20 touchdowns easily and 1,500 yards easily. Like, B12, so ignore him. Yeah, just ignore people in chat if they're being annoying. Aaron Rodgers will not play in Green Bay jersey ever again. Why? What's your reasoning behind that? What is it with people insulting each other, ending with kid, football kid, Fortnite kid, Madden kid, because society says that children are lesser? Pretty simple. Machine was behind by 10 minutes. Oh, well. Keep watching. Just keep watching. Who's the best receiver of all time? Jerry Rice. No debate. Man's really out here being a Vikings fan trying to vouch for his Vikings guys. Randy Moss is really freaking good. He's one of the best receivers of all time. I don't know where I'd rank him. He's easily top 5, maybe top 3, maybe second. I don't know. He's really freaking good. But he's not Jerry Rice. Like, Jerry Rice. Like, bruh. Like, holy crap. That man's crazy. Like, there's some things that just aren't close. The best quarterback of all time is Aaron Rodgers. It's just not close. The best receiver of all time is, Jerry Rice. It's not close. Best halfback of all time? That's debatable. I'll tell you this. Best halfback of all time is not Emmitt Smith. Best halfback of all time is not Emmitt Smith. We're talking Barry Sanders or Walter Payton. Barry Sanders or Walter Payton. I like Barry Sanders. Crazy how they're both in the NFC North. Crazy how the NFC North has had some of the greatest running backs ever. Walter Payton, Barry Sanders, Adrian Peterson. And the Packers got, like, nothing. Packers' best running back ever is Aaron Jones. Or Jim Brown. Put Jim Brown in there. Jam, Aaron Rodgers is not the best of all time. Lamau. Ryan, I hope that you find some understanding in life and that things, go your way and you're able to finally understand that what you just said is completely incorrect. No, but seriously, like, Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback to ever play. It's not close. Best QB milestone-wise is Brady, but talent-wise, it's A-Rod. Not even milestone-wise. Rodgers is the fastest to 400 touchdowns and has done it with the least number of interceptions. Man's looking at getting 500 touchdowns with less than 100 interceptions. That is stupid. That is unheard of. Man's just had a 9.6 touchdown to interception ratio season. What? Like, that is... No one has ever done that before. No one has ever had so many touchdowns with so few interceptions. Nobody ever. And it's not even close. Man's put up the second best quarterback rating of all time this season. Man's freaking 37, put up the second best quarterback rating of all time, right? First is Rodgers, again, in a different season. It's not Brady, it's not Manning, it's Rodgers. It's Rodgers and Rodgers at the top. The only person competing with Rodgers is himself when he's freaking 37 years old. Yeah, but A-Rod is going against a guy with 7 Super Bowls, so he's kind of screwed that way, but he's had the best arm in the NFL ever. If you're talking about, like, going against Brady in the conversation about greatest, about GOAT, it's a simple, I mean, he's not really screwed in that way. It just depends on how you define GOAT. The current widely accepted definition of the greatest of all time in football has a lot to do with team accomplishments and team achievements. Why is Tom Brady the GOAT? Ask people, 90% of them will say he has 7 rings. It is about the Super Bowls. It is about the team achievements. Tom Brady is the greatest because Tom Brady has played on the greatest teams. Simple as that. Simple as that. If we define greatest not on team achievements and accomplishments, but instead on personal achievements, accomplishments, talents, and abilities, it's Aaron Rodgers by a mile, and Tom Brady isn't even in the conversation. The people in the conversation then are Patrick Mahomes, and you're putting Russell Wilson up in there. You know, Drew Brees is higher than Brady. Like, Brady is top 10 arm talent, though? I don't know about that. And he definitely hasn't used it all that much. I don't know if, you know, maybe that's not, you know, blame on him, but, like, definitely hasn't used it all that much. Rodgers can't make it past the championship law. Let's rant about this. Rodgers can't make it past the championship law. Aaron Rodgers has never made it past the NFC Championship game. Aaron Rodgers will never make it past the NFC Championship game. And it is impossible for Aaron Rodgers to make it past the NFC Championship game. All 3 of those statements are 100% true. Why? Because it's a team sport. Aaron Rodgers doesn't win a football game. The team does. Aaron Rodgers didn't beat whoever. The Packers beat him. Aaron Rodgers didn't beat the Titans. The Packers beat the Titans. There is a difference. This is a team sport. Aaron Rodgers did not lose to Tom Brady. The Packers lost to the Bucks. This is a team sport, and you need to understand that. You need to disconnect a single player. Are we going to talk about some random bum who has been lucky enough to be on is Danny Green? He has a bunch of rings. Danny Green's a bum. Dude, Danny Green is an absolute freaking bum. That's not true. I love Danny Green. I'm a Spurs fan, obviously. But he's not LeBron, right? Danny Green is not the GOAT because he's not like GOAT goodness. He's not good like that. He's not a really good basketball player. He's decent, in the NBA he's decent, but he's not really good, so he's not in the GOAT conversation. It is not about championships, man. That is not how you define how good a player is. Get it through your brain. Get it through your brain. Like, holy crap. It is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. And this language is used so much, so often, all over the place, and you see it. You will see it all the time with people assigning team accomplishments and achievements to specific players. It is ridiculous. Aaron Rodgers lost the NFC Championship 2 years in a row. Everyone's saying it. But how come nobody is saying that Kenny Clark lost the NFC Championship 2 years in a row? Kevin King lost the NFC Championship. Mason Crosby. Freaking J.K. Scott lost the NFC Championship 2 years in a row, bro. He is trash. There's no way he's the GOAT. Shut up. Shut up. Like, I understand that the quarterback plays, the biggest role of any position on the team. But he is not the team. The quarterback is not the team. The quarterback, and the team is the team. These are two different things. The quarterback cannot do it without the rest of the team. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. It's not complicated to understand. It might be complicated to imply, though. So think about it. Brady never really had a loaded offense in New England. Brady's offense has never won anything. His team has. There's something called defense. There's something called special teams. Nobody is talking about how the Packers have had one of the worst special teams in the league the past 2 years. Jam, Brady turned Edelman into a future Hall of Famer. 1, Edelman is not a Hall of Famer. It's up for debate. In my opinion, he's not. And just look at it. He's on the fringe. It's up for debate. It's not an undisputed thing. People are talking about it, whether he is or is not a Hall of Famer. Frankly, he's not. He's not a Hall of Famer. And you want to compare it? He won Super Bowl MVP. That performance in that Super Bowl was worse than Jordy Nelson's performance in his Super Bowl. Okay, just leave it at that. 2, Brady didn't do it alone. Simple as that. And also, that conversation of how receivers and quarterbacks affect each other and who makes who better and worse or whatever, that is endless, and we don't really have, I kind of stray away from it because it's endless, and we can't really get to an answer about it because no one really knows. No one really knows. Brady is more of a playoff QB than Rodgers. Myth. I think you're talking about Aaron Rodgers is a playoff quarterback. 1. What? No, he's an every game quarterback, like regular season and postseason. Look at his numbers. 2, Aaron Rodgers is a better postseason quarterback than Tom Brady. That is factual. Go look at their ratings in the playoffs. Rodgers, before this playoffs, was 5th all time. Brady, 15th. It's not even super close. It's not even super close. Not even super close. And you don't want to look at that. Look at the past year. And look at the stat lines and tell me who played better between Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. And then look at those stat lines and understand that Rodgers had a much better game than Brady, who threw 3 interceptions, and tell me that it's still a team sport. Tell me that it's not a team sport and that it's based solely on the quarterback and that the quarterbacks are winning and losing. Then tell me how a quarterback that has a better game than the opposing quarterback loses. It's a team sport, people. It's a team sport. Super easy. And Brady beat Rodgers in the playoffs. Incorrect. Tom Brady has never beat Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs. Tom Brady has never beat Aaron Rodgers in the regular season. Teams beat teams. Players don't beat players. Teams beat teams. Understand it. Change the language. Tom Brady is the most clutch postseason QB of all time. I'll talk about that one. Also, what are his clutch performances? Look at what he actually did and what other people did. Also, James White should have won MVP, not Brady. Packers would have lost to the Nets in the NFC Championship. You have to keep in mind how many TDs to interception ratio Brady has compared to Rodgers. Yeah, it's nowhere near. The list of top touchdown interception is like Rodgers and then the next guy. I think Brady's the next guy, or maybe it's I don't know who. But I mean, it's literally Rodgers and a massive gap. It's not close. Falcons game alone makes Brady the most clutch QB ever. Possibly. I asked that question. I think that's a question I've heard, and it's always one of my favorite things to think about. If you get to choose one quarterback to have on your team for a certain amount of time, whether it's the next 10 years, 5 years, the next season, one game, or one drive, if you pick one quarterback for one drive, I feel like a lot of people pick Brady. I feel like a lot of people pick Rodgers. I know who I'm picking, obviously. But, I mean, what is Brady going to do? He's going to manage the game. He's going to make the right throws. But he's not really going to do much else. Rodgers is going to make every throw that there is. And any throw that you could make, he's going to make it. And he'll make throws that no other human on the earth can make. And he's done that so many times. And then he'll throw a Hail Mary if he needs to. Which honestly, is great, but I feel like I got this feeling it's kind of just luck, which I try not to believe in luck in sports, because it's just no. How did this devolve from talking about the Aaron Rodgers situation into the comparison game between the two? So dumb. Packers haven't drafted a skill position player for the offense. That's not how you spell it. Yes, it is. Just kidding. Is it? I don't know. Since 2012 or something like that. Okay, so is that a bad thing? Yes? No? If it is, tell me why they were the best offense in the league last year. Hence, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And that's also not true. Maybe in the first round is probably what you're saying. Possibly in the first round. Off topic to the Aaron Rodgers stuff, do you think Tom Brady can go to another team and just win a Super Bowl? Depends on the team. Depends on the team. I think, here's something that I heard. Somebody said, like, Aaron Rodgers makes half the teams in the league contenders. I don't know if that's true. You have to look at the teams. But I think if you put Aaron Rodgers on any other team, I feel like he's going to make a lot of those teams contenders. And I think that Aaron Rodgers is going to make more teams. I think there's going to be teams that Aaron Rodgers could make a contender that Tom Brady couldn't. That's what I think. Isn't QB a skilled position? I don't know what's categorized that. Jam, is Rob Tonyan underrated? Yes. Missed the Pro Bowl to a guy who can't catch. Man's got like nearly an 80% catch rate. Like the percentage of passes he catches versus the number of targets, it's like 79 or 80% or something high 70s. And he missed the Pro Bowl to a guy who catches like 50% or 60%, something like that. Like, Brady has to have teams draft or trade for players he want rather than working with what he got. Okay. Rob Tonyan isn't good. Then why does he have an 80% catch rate and scored a bunch of touchdowns? Oh, I get it. Because he just lost the NFC Championship game, dude. Robert Tonyan cannot win an NFC Championship game. He sucks, dude. He chokes so much, man. God, he sucks. Shut up. You see how ridiculous it sounds? That's what I'm trying to point out, is how ridiculous that sounds. Want to hear an interesting stat? Justin Jefferson had more receptions than Tyreek Hill last year. Interesting. Maybe Justin Jefferson's better. Maybe not. Who knows? Not me. Or do I? Maybe I do, and I'm just not telling you. What else is there to round? I feel like I've said a lot, and we've gone through a lot. I couldn't explain what's holding Aaron Rodgers back from making it to another Super Bowl. The rest of his team. The defensive coordinator calling man-to-man on a Hail Mary play, leaving his cornerbacks out to dry against speedsters. Maybe that. Maybe some BS officiating. Maybe a play where there should have been a defensive pass interference call, but instead there was a no call and an interception. Maybe a play where there should have been a no call, but there was a defensive pass interference call, preventing him from getting the ball back for a game-winning drive. The NFC Championship is what's holding him back. A game that doesn't really make any sense. And himself, because he's not clutch. That's not true. If you're going to describe Rodgers as not clutch and Brady as clutch, explain the fact that Aaron Rodgers played a much better game than Tom Brady when they played against each other. Their teams played against each other in this past NFC Championship game. Explain that. You can't with your stance. You explain that your stance needs to change because your stance is wrong. Aaron Rodgers to the Packers. Thoughts? Do you think they would trade him? Huh? Then why did the Packers lose? There's tons of reasons. I just mentioned the officiating. I just mentioned the Hail Mary before the half. Aaron Jones fumbled twice, lost one of them. There's tons of reasons. Do they have to do with Aaron Rodgers' bad play? Not really. He played a good game. There were maybe a couple of plays that, maybe he could have made a better throw or a better read or something like that. But he played a pretty dang good game. Got screwed over by officiating, which resulted in him throwing an interception, which should have been defensive pass interference. That's fact. I just named a bunch of reasons. Is it because of Rodgers? Not really. It's much more so because of Aaron Jones, because of Kevin King, because of Chandon Sullivan, because of Mike Pettin. Yeah. Another interesting stat. Tom Brady had a sub 100 passer rating in his career, while Rodgers has had an above 100. Okay. I don't really find that interesting because it's not really surprising, I would say. I think that's pretty good. I feel like there's not much else to talk about. I mean, that's 50 minutes of talking right there. That's way more than what a normal rant episode is. So, I think that'll be plenty to edit. Unless you guys have something else I should talk about. I'll chill for another minute. But if not, I'm going to end this recording. We're still talking about the Rodgers. The Rodgers. I mean, we were talking about the Rodgers situation, but now we're talking about comparing him to other quarterbacks. Primarily Tom Brady, so. Yeah. Who do you think has the best shot at the Super Bowl this year? I mean, I'd say Bucks. I'd say Bucks, probably. Bucks and Chiefs, again. I mean, I think it's the same teams. I think it's Bucks and Chiefs and Bills. All of those teams, yeah. Imagine Aaron Rodgers to the Packers with Adams, Jones, etc. With LaFleur, that would be deadly. It's like they would be the #1 offense in the league, dude. They have the most points per game, dude. That'd be crazy. They'd score 31 against the #1 defense in the league, dude. That'd be crazy. They're carrying their end of it. Got one of the worst special teams in the league. And we got a defense that just hasn't been it. Sorry about my English. You think the Packers would trade Aaron Rodgers? I don't know if you thought... Oh, do I think they would trade it? Is it possible? Yes. Could it happen this offseason? Yes. Could it happen after this season? Yes. Do I think it will happen? I really don't know. I feel like I think it will not happen. If it does, it'll be after June 1st, I'm fairly certain. But like, I mean, obviously none of us know. If I had to bet on it, I'd probably say that before the season starts, they would not trade him. But I don't know. If you would be surprised that Brady's stats are worse than Rodgers and are not close, you should go look at some stats. Just go look at some stats. Go look at their stats, compare them. Go look at the best stats in the playoffs. You know. Brady better, bro. Saint, dude, it's just not. It's just factually incorrect. It's just factually incorrect. It's just factually incorrect. I'm gonna stop the recording. I think that's gonna be it. Go ahead and stop this recording. I'm gonna close some of this stuff out. And yeah. Can I ask an off-topic question? Go ahead, sure. 100%. Let's hear it. Brady isn't better, his team is better? Was this year. It was this year. Brady's team was better than any other team. I think like saying Brady's team makes it seem like it's the team without Brady, just like the rest aside from the quarterback. So maybe it's better to say the team Brady is on. I don't know. I don't think it really matters. What was the question? Who asked? That was Rohan. Ron, what's the question? What was that question? Jam, you sound depressed? Okay. I'm not. Are you still going to get back to MM, like, grind the tournament? Probably. I think I will do the tournament if I have time, you know. But I'm still playing MM, and I still plan to upload MM content. There's of course the card art series, which I need to spend some time getting that ready to go. I plan to do that again, so hopefully that will be a lot of fun. Yeah, and I got a lot of ideas. Do you think Rodgers will get traded or he will stay? I think it's more likely he stays. Kind of just talked about that. That was a question. Thoughts on the new promo? I didn't really see it completely. I like the promo map page, whatever thing, how it's moving, like the circle things. That looks cool. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I didn't look into it a ton. I saw there's new players. I saw there's an Alex Smith. I like that. I saw they have a 97 catching halfback, which I'll definitely look into. Yeah, looks decent. Looks fine. Gotta head out. Thanks for being here, Viper. See ya. Yeah. But, I mean, it's same old good thing, you know. Play your live events, get a master, you know. Good stuff. Yeah, well, I think that's the end of the stream, guys. Unless there's anything else to do, I think that's the end of the stream. Giants are playing the Rockies. Rockies just hit a grand slam in the 4th inning. So now it's 10-4. Shoot. Anyway. I'm gonna grind arena because I want some gems. Alright. Alright, well, to everybody who's still here, there's one thing that I'd love for you to do. And that is to spam up Jam Fam in the chat. And I'll try not to mess up the outro this time. Hopefully the freaking music will work. But, let's see it. Spam up Jam Fam in the chat. End this thing off. Again, could y'all stop beefing in the freaking chat, dude? Rohan, Jair, I don't even know. Just stop it, bro. Chill out. Stop caring so much about such little things and move on, you know? That's kind of what I say. Just chill out, you know? Spam up Jam Fam with the chat. Get the music going. It's good to be back, man. It's really good to be back. I got a lot of stuff coming. I've been saying it. I don't know about streams the next few days, but you should expect tomorrow a Stumble Guys video. And the next day after that, on Thursday most likely, maybe Friday, we'll see, a video for this live episode of the podcast. That'll be edited from this stream, and I think even if you were here most of the time, or all the time, I think it'll still be a pretty good watch, and I'm trying to keep it around 10 minutes. But that's going to be it for the stream. Appreciate you guys being here. I got nothing else to say. Except for this. It does not matter whether I'm online or offline, and it doesn't matter whether you're here or not, because you are always a part of the Jam Fam, and I'll see you guys next time.